the last 72 hours as a Las Vegas Aces fan, they have been something memorable. Like, it's really you had to be here for the joy, the celebration, showing out the unseriousness of this team. Also, the unseriousness that is A'ja Wilson to not even be 30 years old yet, to have 3 championship rings within 4 seasons. Oh, to have 4 MVPs in the 8 years that you've been playing, to be the only player to have 1,000+ point season. Again, not even 30. Can we get into Jackie Young setting the finals record for most points in a quarter at 21? The turning point of the season with Melissa Smith and Dana Evans coming off the bench. I am so excited for this ring. Gold Mamba being in a place of healing, like this ring right here is special and just, oh my goodness, in such an amazing way. Okay, now that I'm done with my Aces fandom, and I am just so humbled and appreciative because I've had the opportunity to celebrate some wins that people see and necessarily don't see in relation to the WNBA and just women's basketball. So I'm forever grateful for what sport can do and the doors that sport can open, and people just appreciating the things you may have to say or the value that you may add. I love that it's not just rooted in sneakers. I really do, because I will forever watch and support women's basketball long after I'm not necessarily like buying sneakers at the rate at which I have in the past, even more than the slower rate that I do right now. But I just had to get that off my chest. Hopefully you didn't click off within this 2-minute time span. I will definitely have a time step that says you can just skip to here. If you just want to talk about real fast what I want to talk about today, I applaud Nike for doing something different, again, trying to innovate. I think that's what we press them on, because that's what they've been known for. That's what we want brands to do, like push the envelope, push the boundaries, give us something new. But new isn't always well received. New comes with criticism. New comes with being dragged sometimes. That's kind of what's happening with this recovery slide. So if you guys didn't know, Nike is entering more of the clog game, right? Clogs have just been a thing they have, like the Addy foam, right? The crazy mule that they have. I love the design of it. I not only have my friend's collaboration, but I also have a green pair, which I travel with a lot. I really love them. They're so comfortable to be able to throw on, nicely ventilated. You know, I like the size of them. I like that you can wear wide leg bottoms with them. I think that's a great way to be able to style them. We know that mules, clogs, everyone is getting into this game. Like, even though we're no longer in 2020 or we're not stuck at home, I think brands understand that comfort is certainly becoming king, and people want to be able to be comfortable in a number of ways. But sometimes if you are focusing on sport, which is what Nike wants to do with their turnaround with Elliott Hill, then they're looking, how does this function? Is there something performance related that we can really put into it? Can we make it for the athlete? So I will say this, to a certain extent, I think part of this may be geared or marketed towards athletes, right? Athletes may be the target. Doesn't mean casuals won't also be someone that this kind of, it gets your attention. I don't know if you're the intended audience. I can say we, because I don't compete at a high level. Like, I work out to remain healthy and like the way that I look, right? But we have this post from Sneaker News that says Nike's clog game steps up in 2026 with the all-new Mind 001. So it says, as footwear continues to head towards casual and convenience, the industry has responded with some bold designs of slip-on footwear. Expect the Nike Mind 001 to release early 2026, right? Now, it is being marketed, I believe, also as a recovery slide, because it says Mind Science Department. So they put some thought into this, pun intended. They put some thought into this. Now, you guys know how I felt about the React Rejuvn8. Thanks to Eddie Wynn, I could never get the Jason hockey mask visual out of my mind when I see that shoe now. And I still can't. And I do not own that because I still cannot get that out of my mind. So that's Eddie's fault. I can't get that out of my mind. I do remember there was a lot of hype craze. People were truly interested in that. And I think it's died down some, even though a lot of restocks have still been happening. But when you look at this, so my first thought, snap reaction, doesn't mean that I hate it, but I don't know why, cheese grater at first comes to mind. It's on the top. Again, not that is the worst thing in the world. I'll get to the part that maybe is going to bother people in terms of visual. But I do think a tad bit of cheese grater, maybe. Maybe. Again, it's not the worst part, but that is just what I think. Okay, let's keep it fun. Like, this is a fun criticism here. On the top, so you have the perforations, clearly meant for ventilation. You need ventilation. Like, even in the Adidas Mule, you need ventilation. Now, the side is where they're losing some people because of how the check is placed. It's vertical. I didn't know people felt that way about like vertical checks, that it was such an issue, because we have models in which the check being vertical or having an eye or something change, like, or like, so you have the Sabrina Ionescu and you have the signature eye that is there. You have different models in which they may alter the placement of the swoosh itself. So the swoosh being altered, the check itself, right? The swoosh being altered. I didn't think it would be that big of a thing here on this slide or slash mule clog, whatever we would like to call it, all of the synonyms for it. But people have thoughts. People have thoughts about it. Like, I personally think the swoosh on the Ja 3, I love the fact that it's vertical and it's leaning into his actual name. Like, I thought that was a great design element that they added to it, but people don't feel the same about this here. Now, when we get to the part that may visually not sit well with you, some people don't like, and I don't know, it's a visual thing. I know there's a psychology behind this, but like, have you ever seen something that freaks you out where it's like all the little holes in it? You know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're one of those people, this isn't for you. You're going to flip that shoe over. I'm going to put the slide on here. You're going to flip that shoe over and you're going to see that, and it is going to freak you out. It is. And I get it. If it does, I get it, but I'm not mad at that, because in terms of everything they do, if they're marketing this also for recovery and for athletes, everything that they do is going to have a function or a purpose to it, and I'll be sure that it's on the screen if it is detailed, but it's not going to sit well with some people. And let's just get into the comments here. So the one criticism that is dragging them to high heavens: why do they look like mini Cybertrucks? Cybertrucks. Of course, Elon is on here. Insane Asylum ones. Y'all are wild. But also, I could see these would fit in a Halloween horror movie. For Michael Myers, these would fit. It is October, okay? I'm going to get off all my Halloween jokes. It is October. Of course, like it being compared to a cyber slide. I want you to comment below, is that a hit or miss for Nike? Not that it truly is going to end up affecting how this pair does, but like, would you want to be compared to a Cybertruck? Because those do not hold respect when we're just talking about like current landscape. They don't. I think they're one of the most hideous things ever. I'm not necessarily saying that this slide looks like a Cybertruck. I'm just saying that vehicle itself is one of the most hideous things I've ever seen on the road. And it does say something about you. Now we're wearing Cybertrucks on our feet. No, the side logo is so ass. So see, people don't. Somebody said it looks like a damn speaker. I can see it. I can see it. Hell no. Now, a lot of people are referencing this back to, of course, Ye, but again, also, everything doesn't have to be referenced back to him. It doesn't. Like, mules and things were around before him. They were. There was a brand and there were creations before him, and there are things after him, and not everything is associated or correlated with him. It's not. Somebody said they make me itch. See, I told you it's gonna create some feelings of discomfort for people. Cybertrucks on your feet is wild. Cyber slide, Tesla slides. Will it come in black? Color could change it, because I don't know how much I would want this thing just being like, it being all white. That is going to get dirty. I guess we didn't even talk about that. That it being all white is going to get so dirty. Like, I was mindful of the colorway, and I keep looking down because I have my Addy foam mule slides right here. I was mindful of the color because I didn't want them to get completely trashed and just walking around. But y'all really trying to put the Cybertruck on people's feet. Okay. Applaud Nike for doing something new. I think this may be something where, like, seeing it in person, but also feeling it on foot could change people's minds. My mind was never going to be changed on the foam runner, but I am curious, could your mind be changed on this? How do you feel? Are you for it initially? Are you against it? Do the nodules on the bottom make you squirm? I'm doing the best. Do the nodules on the bottom make you squirm? I am curious about that. Could you see yourself wearing this? I think the price point is also going to be a problem for people. Like prices for everything. Everybody will find value in something. You're either going to see the value for what they want to charge for this, or you are not. I have said this in the past. People got mad at me, but I understood the rationale behind people paying what they did for the Yeezy slide because of the comfort if they're wearing it every single day. So if you are an athlete also and you're wearing this every day and it has some type of recovery functionality to it, then I could see you getting your money out of this absolutely within the first few months. I can. If it's going to be just in rotation with all of your other slides, mules, or non-sneakers, then you need to weigh what does the cost per wear make sense for you. I can't answer that question. Only you can answer that for it yourself. So just keeping it fun, poking a few jabs at the pair itself. Again, just keeping it fun. So you guys can go ahead and comment your thoughts below. Really appreciate you tuning into any and all videos. My aces again, 3-time champs in 4 seasons. Dynasty. We have a dynasty. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.